This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Welcome to the Stadium Course, TPC Scottsdale in Arizona. It's a masterful blend of challenge and playability designed by the team of Tom Weiskopf and Jay Moorish. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports.
The changes, Rich, they made in 2014 have just added a luster to this great venue that hosts the PGA Tour event each and every year. And it's a great test for any level of play.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. She is putting the full arsenal of her skill set on display this afternoon. Beautiful shot. Came to the putt, excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now.
Frank, that's a par, and onward we go. Now to the second hole, and Frank, what can you tell us about this par 4?
A new tee has been added, lengthening this hole 30-plus yards. Plus, what used to be just one bunker on the right side of the screen has changed to a little pot bunker, and the addition of 2 bunkers on the left side. Still a semi-blind tee shot, and the hole just bends softly to the left. Another very good par 4 here at TPC Scottsdale.
So in the first cut here, it could be worse. Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
And getting ready for the putt. We haven't seen a whole lot of that, Frank, but that has to feel good. Now the third hole, it's a par 5, and how does this one set up, Frank?
It's a nice yardage around that 550, 560 yard mark. So a good drive, you can certainly reach the par 5 and 2. Got to flash it across a little bit of a desert there. This green has been completely changed in 2014, and the addition of 1 bunker to that right side. Used to be 2.
Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Get down, lay down. That was a big, bold strike, and now a chance for a big, bold move. Putt for eagle coming up. Kind of a tricky read. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Well, that's just a case of not focusing right there. What a lapse in concentration. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Good roll. Solid. That's a par. Really nice mix of holes to start here at TPC Scottsdale. The 2 4s and then the par 5. Now our first par 3. Just a little over 180 yards, Frank.
Plays a little downhill, longer than what it once was. Green is radically different. Used to be deep, now it's wide. And the bunkering, of course, is visually totally different from what it used to be.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. This is a 19-foot putt. Moves into the top 25 with that birdie. Now to the 5th hole and a challenging par 4.
Slightly longer this year. Played off a new tee at the back, and there used to be 2 bunkers down the right side. They've now been put together to form one, and in the perfect position that really make you think about your tee shot. It takes a very big drive to try and carry that bunker on the right. It's going to be at least 315 plus yards to get past that. Green itself still tilts a little left to right and back towards the player.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Just a bit offline.
Yeah, the hard work's coming up now, though. That's a long way away.
This is a cross-country special. That was not a very good read right there. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Continues to putt beautifully. Now to the par 4 6th. Decision time, Frank. Driver, or do you go with 3-wood?
A lot of that's going to depend on if there's any breeze. If the breeze is at your back, you can drive it all the way down the right side and take those 2 bunkers down the right completely out of play. This hole's been stiffened up, though. The length hasn't increased for that bunkering in that choke point. So, the strategy. Do you have the length to get past them? Or, if you have to lay up, it's going to leave a much longer second shot.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Superb shot once again, and only about 15 feet away for a birdie. We'll make birdie if this drops. Well, that was just a lousy putt right there. No other way to say it. So they'll tap in. Did the job right there. On to the par 3 7th, 215 yards from that back tee box, Frank.
This hole hasn't really changed. Still has that V-shaped green where it's very narrow in the front. A high-flying shot in here that carries that front edge, and you'll find the further and further you go back there, the more receptive and that green starts to widen.
Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No, no chance.
Second shot. That's a big green. Just managed to get it smack bang in the middle of it.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Wow, what a putt. That is huge. Frank, the par 4 8th, this is a good hole.
It is a dogleg to the left, forces the player to go out the right, and this will play every inch of its yardage, which is over 470 yards. Green's still pretty much the same with that false front, unless there's a flag position in the front. You're really going to have to fly it at least 20 yards or so into that green, otherwise that ball is going to run towards the front.
Just wearing out the center of the club face. Hasn't missed a shot, hasn't missed a green in regulation all day long. Starting to move on this leaderboard now, Frank.
It's got a nice look to it. Like a who's who.
Finishing out the front side now at the 9th. And Frank, what do you think of this par 4?
Nice way to finish the front 9, Rich. Very thin green, protected by that little splash bunker in the front. Iron players get a real advantage here. One bunker down the right side to be aware of off the tee, though. I doubt anybody could carry that.
Just in the first cut of rough. Not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Good effort and good par putt. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Excellent looking shot here. Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10. 135 yards to the hole location, sitting very nicely in that fairway. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That will be a great look at birdie. You can see why this player has been compared to a young Rory McIlroy, featured golfer making birdie and now sitting comfortably inside that cut line. Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
Frank, one of the great moments in tournament history here in Scottsdale. You go back to 1996, the sudden death playoff between Phil Mickelson and Justin Leonard. Mickelson has always been the hero out here because he went to Arizona State.
Yeah, and it still runs through his veins, Rich. There was such an important win for him because to do it in front of people that he considered his home crowd was huge. And then also to do it in a playoff where obviously it's win or lose. So for Mickelson, 1996 and TPC Scottsdale, certainly ring home.
These putts keep the round together. Frank, this is a player in full flight right now.
It looks too easy right now.
12th hole now, looking at 192 yards, par 3.
Won't quite play that distance because that tee shot is considerably downhill. But you really have to be cognizant of the wind if it's coming off the left because it easily brings that water into play down the right should that tee shot just start moving with the wind.
Early part of this second nine, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Wow, I thought it was going in just off the mark by a fraction. This putt for par. Par here's fine, isn't it, Frank? Par 5 13. Frank, what kind of scoring opportunity is this?
Well, anytime you get on a par 5, obviously birdies and eagles come to mind. 13's been changed a little bit over the years. The split fairway's gone. Now it's just one fairway. Water in play, bunker on the left side. They certainly define this fairway. And they've toughened up the front and left side of this par 5 green. The longer hitter, the high ball hitter, still will get a reward at 13.
This is when the game is fun, Frank, when you get one high in the air and you have a down breeze and you just watch it stays in the air forever.
Look at the hang time on that.
Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is gone. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Safely aboard. Getting set now over the putt. This is a pretty good performance right here. 6 under for the tournament. At the 14th now, it's a par 4.
And a dogleg left once again. The bunker on the left side's been pushed out to the fairway to really make you think whether or not you can carry that. It's a lengthy second shot because it's going to play a little bit uphill. And this green is well protected on the left side with the 2 bunkers.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Second from an excellent lie. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
It's that sneaky distance.
In the words of the legendary basketball announcer Marv Albert, from way downtown, yes. Now at the par 5 15th, and Frank, there is plenty to catch your eye. Hold Hold on here a second. She is winding up for a big one. She wants to smash this as far as she can hit it.
Yeah, that's fine.
How good has the swing tempo been?
Has not lost it since the first hole, Rich. I think that's been the key to the round. Started with that rhythm, even though the winds were out there. The winds haven't abated, and neither has that rhythm.
Well played here. Went straight for the flagstick, and she will have a nice putt coming up. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. So the eagle goes begging. He still has this for birdie. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Well, partner, here we go. Players have characterized it as terrifying, chaotic, amazing. The stadium atmosphere here at this hole, the 16th of par 3, is really spectacular, isn't it, Frank?
It is. Because of the atmosphere, the number of people, this is the closest a golfer gets to like kicking a field goal in a Super Bowl. It's just surrounded by people. It's not really the difficulty of the hole. Just over 160 yards, a modest par 3. There's no water in trouble. But it's an atmosphere that golfers never normally are familiar with.
Putting up some impressive numbers out here now. 9 under for the tournament. Frank, when you get to the 17th hole, we always recall maybe the single most bizarre shot in the history of golf.
Yeah, everybody talks about maybe a hole-in-one at 16, but really 17. And the player was Andrew Magee. It was a good tee shot, don't get me wrong. But Rich needed an assist.
Well, the assist came from Tom Byram, whose brother Kurt is a commentator for the Golf Channel. Tom Byram was just minding his own business, standing on the green, sort of leaning on his putter, and you know what happened.
Yeah, the ball hit Tom Byram's putter and then careened into the hole. So, 17. Made famous a little bit of history with a couple of names to drag up from the past.
Great shot coming out of that bunker right there.
Showing some skills today.
And getting ready for the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been.
Rich, 18 was always considered a long finishing hole.
Not for J.B. Holmes.
Yeah, the water was always in play. And then the day he took it over the left side and carried everything, and went on to win, it completely changed the way this golf course played ever since that day.
And it resulted in some of the changes we're seeing now.
Yeah, evidence, the new bunkering down the left side. But it showed us all how much and how strong these guys are, how much they've improved over the years.
Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Making it look easy at this point. Another beautiful approach shot.
Oh, another one goes in.
So all the scores have been posted for round number 2, and look who is on top of the leaderboard, Frank.
Yeah, with 2 very solid rounds of golf. Key right now, just stay out of your own way and keep it up. The pressure will start to build. We know that as you get closer to the end of this tournament.